This is what happens when you put on a developer content event.
It's not usual that you get like 2 hits, Are we talking TypeScript or AI tonight? We're talking content.
Hello Internet, welcome back to the Code and Content Podcast, the podcast for conversations at the intersection of code and content. Today, taking the show on the road. We're down in London for the Developer Content But Good meetup tonight at the tldraw offices. I know there's a number of us at Sanity who are big fans of the content that tldraw put out, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing that crew, as well as Matt Pocock and others who are in the lineup there who need no introduction. But before then, going to go and meet up with some of my colleagues here from Sanity in London, go and see what they're up to, and then head over to the venue tonight. Let's get it done. I'm here with Evelina and James. Is it rude to point? Now, I've already done it. James, introduce yourself. You're a relatively new member of the Sanity family.
Yeah.
Tell us, what department are you in and what do you do?
So I am James. I'm joining now I joined about 4 months ago, and I'm now in the media library team, working on the media library product here at Sanity.
Excellent. And are you enjoying that over there?
Yeah, it's going great.
It's great. Yeah. And Evelina, Code and Content listeners already know who you are, but do you want to reintroduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Evelina. I work with Simeon. I work with James at Sanity, I'm a technical product marketing manager.
Now, most importantly, we've just had coffees. What's your go-to pastry order when you're at the coffee shop? James, have you got like a greatest of all time pastry?
I don't usually go for pastries too often. Usually whatever looks the fanciest. Something new and different.
All right, but you didn't get anything today, did you?
Nothing today.
Okay, you behaved. I can't help myself. Evelyn, have you got a go-to favourite all-time pastry?
I think we have the same. It's a cardamom bun or a cinnamon bun, but cardamom is better than a cinnamon bun.
Yes, just for the sake of variety, I'll say banana bread is the best, but cardamom bun's the actual correct answer. We're going to a meetup later tonight with the tldraw people at the tldraw office. What I'm mostly curious about is how are both of you at meetups? Because I'm glad I've got you both as wing people this evening, because meetups I'm not good at. I project a lot of confidence, but I'll walk into a room of people and stare at my shoes in the corner of the room. So how are you at meetups?
Pretty the same. Pretty just, fade into the background a little bit and absorb as much as I can.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like Evelyn is the exact opposite, so I think we're both going to be very glad to get her in there tonight. What, are you walk in with and project confidence socially, I'm guessing?
I mean, socially, yes, but I find sometimes going to these technical meetups to be a bit intimidating, honestly. I am very much an extrovert, as you know, but I still think it's really nice to do this together, to not go completely alone.
Yes.
But then I always think these kind of meetups, people are super friendly and super knowledgeable and want to share things. I try and think about that, even though people can be a bit shy. It feels like people are always really nice at these things, so that kind of takes the pressure off me feeling nervous about it.
I think I'm always much happier to be presenting at the front than being somebody who's just in attendance. But I think the last meetup that you and I were both at, we were both presenting, so that worked really well for the both of us.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the speakers, or you just were bored and needed something to do this afternoon? What was the reason for coming along? Or you just wanted to meet us, James?
Yeah, I've used tldraw for quite a while now, so I follow a couple of people behind that, and it's be interesting to learn more about creating content aimed at developers, really.
Yeah. Now, tldraw is a whiteboarding app, and I'm really looking forward to asking some of the team there what tldraw is, because when you see the content they produce, it is clearly, it's not just a whiteboarding app. There's so much more going on, all the AI nonsense and stuff. Have you used any of that stuff, or do you just draw arrows and boxes like I do?
Mostly just arrows and boxes, but it'd be interesting to see what else they add to the platform.
It's wild. Yeah. All right. Any other closing thoughts before we head off?
I'm just excited to see how to use your platform better.
I'm excited to see Sunshine.
Sunshine. I'm excited to see and hear from Mr. Typescript.
Yes. Matt there too.
It's going to sound bad, but I always forget his name. But
Matt.
This is Matt. It's a great branding for him. It really has stuck with me, Mr. Typescript.
Well, that's true. If you're going to be known for the thing, that's.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. It is good branding. Yeah. All right, we're gonna head off. If you've got a camera, you are a vlogger. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Great interview. Thanks for coming.
I'm here with Steve from tldraw. Hello. how many hours of your life have you spent on like arrow drawing technology?
Oh my god. 100, probably like 500 plus on arrows. Really over the whole. Yeah.
Is that the part of tldraw you're the most proud of?
Well, it's not usual that you get like 2 hits, but the ink is hit number 1.
Okay.
Arrows are hit number 2.
Arrows are the second one?
Yeah.
So I love tldraw, use it all the time. There's a Sanity plugin for tldraw, of course.
Awesome.
I suppose you would describe it as a whiteboarding app, maybe, like that's the simple explanation. But then I see all the wild experiments you guys do with AI and everything. How do you describe what tldraw is?
So it's easier to tell it as like how it got started. It got started as, hey, I want to have like this SDK. I want to have this engine for building whiteboards and whiteboard-like things because I kept building them myself.
Yeah.
And it turns out in order to have that engine, I also have to be building something with it.
Sure.
And the thing that I built with it was tldraw.com, the whiteboarding tool.
Okay.
But the thing that we sell, the thing that I still think of it as, is this engine, this thing that you can build stuff with.
Right.
And out of the box, you get the whiteboard, but as we've seen, like you can do all sorts of stuff on top.
Yeah, right. So tldraw is kind of just the symptom, but all the real energy is behind the scenes.
It's like a game engine for building whiteboards on the web.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. So I think it's a reductive way to look at it the way I probably look at it. Maybe a lot of people look at it.
I'd be happy to.
The tech is like seriously impressive underneath.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, thank you. I saw someone trying to get your attention, so I feel like going just for a minute anyway. Hey, thanks for being tonight.
Yeah, of course. We'll do more. To come back. Thank you.
Oh, it's a camera. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Hey, Matt, you're just about to go on stage here, and I've just bugged you for an interview. Have you ever done that before? Like as a backstage interview, I suppose, before the...
Have I been bumped for an interview before?
But before going on stage, I suppose.
Never quite this soon before going on stage, I have to say. People are gathering. There's a huge audience coming to.
It's a little bit stressful, isn't it?
People are strolling up the road.
You're a voice coach, and you did a lot of accents. How am I supposed to believe that this is your actual accent?
So when I used to go to teach the American accents at drama school, I can no longer do a decent American accent.
Okay.
I would genuinely just do the American accent the entire time.
Okay.
And it was only really the end of the term that I revealed that I was actually British. So genuine, yeah.
Have you ever done like any of your TypeScript courses like in a different accent just for a joke?
Streams, yeah.
Okay.
Some reason Scottish really lends itself into it. I'm not sure where.
Is that your favorite? That's your go-to? Is it Scottish? Okay, excellent. Are we talking TypeScript or AI tonight?
We're talking content.
Okay, so both.
Yeah, kind of both. We're talking... I'm genuinely not sure what we're going to talk about because I've actually just prepared it as a Q&A. So we're going to just be kind of going nuts.
Excellent. That's good.
Something that resonated with me while you were sharing was about, feeling ready to share.
Yeah.
Like sharing something even though you don't feel that you're there. Because you share on X, right? And like I actually follow you on X, so I know that. But it took me, I told Simeon this, it took me a long time to like be comfortable sharing there because I was like, everyone's so like witty and smart. And I'm like, I feel like I am kind of that in person, but like online I get like, I don't know, I get like conscious.
Yeah. I guess...
Sorry, that was not really a question. But
that's a
what's
question.
your advice?
I used to be like that. I used to be very timid about sharing things. I think the first things I ever shared on the internet, the first code I ever shared on the internet, people like mocked it. And
Really?
Yeah,
That's horrible.
I actually looked at the forum post like yesterday, and it's still there. And there's people telling me how terrible it is, right?
It's heartbreaking.
It was pretty terrible, but it was pretty harsh.
Found obviously the people that like your content right now.
I don't know, I think, I realize that is sometimes part of it when you're starting out, you know. But the thing is, like, everyone starts somewhere, you know.
That's very true.
And I realized people actually enjoy watching the struggle. You know, like people don't want to see me turn up with something finished and polished at the end,
because that's not reality.
That's
like
not
it's
reality.
not realistic. Like it's not. Yeah.
And also, then they don't understand like the significance of something. You know, if someone has seen me struggle on something for months.
Yeah.
When I get there at the end, then it's like this celebration moment, you know. And I think we have that at tldraw as well. You know, like we were working on like a new kind of arrow for months and months and months. And you know, when it finally came out, it was like, oh, they're finally here. You know, they landed it, and I think it's the same stuff with the stuff I end up putting on YouTube eventually as well.
Yeah.
You know, the videos take a long time to make, but people watch me struggle towards it over a very long period of time. You know.
But how do you, I don't know, block the haters? God, like, or do you, or does it like that fuel you? Like, do you feel like
it fuels me? Like,
because I started doing that, but it's more like my internal doubt that's fueling me.
Well, I
that
guess
makes sense?
I mean I personally see a lot of humor in it. In one of the videos I showed in the talk, it's all about the haters. You know, it's all about like.
Oh yeah, you did.
There's
actually.
a lot of screenshots.
Yeah, that was actually really funny. Yeah, creating content from that, like just making.
Yeah, and there's some people who only watch like, I don't know, 30 seconds of the video, and then they see something that was like intentionally a mistake, and they leave a comment pointing out the mistake, like mocking me, and then leaving, and then I guess it's kind of like point proved, you know, that this stuff happens, and it's turned into like a fun moment, and I guess
you made humor out of it too, like kind of like just I don't know,
and I guess that's the reality of, I guess, when you share something like that, you're in a vulnerable position, and that can be scary, but it can also be funny, and it's also can be like, it's something that we all share, you know. I think
for sure,
it's a very common experience.
It's very like showing up vulnerable, like people relate to that, right? And it's very like I was thinking that during your talk, I was like, authenticity is never gonna die. Like it's that is like people. Like the things I'm watching online is because people are authentic, because I enjoy who they are, not like because they're perfect. Like I actually hate the perfect stuff. I'm like, what is this?
I want to see the mess behind something. You know?
No, you're right.
I want to like root for you and follow along and be part of that whole journey. You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
No. Thank you for just chit-chatting.
Thank you.
I was like, I feel like I could talk about this for hours.
Yeah,
but this is really interesting.
I do.
Was the event a success, Sanity is?
It was a success.
James, what was your highlight?
A highlight? I think it was really a different perspective on making content. There's a lot of like storytelling and a lot of personality that comes through. And I think that was I didn't expect that. That's pretty cool.
A lot of personality. Evelina, what was your highlight?
When Matt called out Bukayo Saka and Arsenal. No, I'm kidding. No, but for real.
I understood that reference, actually.
You're good. I think it was to just go for it. Like to not be so afraid about what you're posting and just kind of iterate, learn the quantity part of it, but still kind of figuring out like what works and not just throwing things at a wall, like actually thinking about what works after you've done it and then, you know, taking that feedback on board and doing something better next time. Yeah.
I really liked Matt mentioning about meeting people where they are, because I know that's a big focus with the content that we create. We really try to think about that person in their current position, in their employment, in their journey, working with content, working with authors, trying to really focus on who that person is and what stage of life they're in when they are coming to our documentation or our courses. So
I think that was a great reminder, actually. Like not just on the platform, but also, you know, where they are on educational level, I guess.
Yes.
Level, yeah. You know
anyway, a great success, and I hope they put on another one. They said they're going to put on another one. Yeah. We'll see if we can make it. And nice to meet you, James.
Likewise, yeah, great.
And good to see you again, Evelina.
Good to see you.
All right.